Hey there, it's been a minute since we were together looking for the images around the UK. If you're wondering where we are, this should be a hint. We are in one of Mexico's most beautiful colonial towns, central Mexico, San Miguel de Allende. It's a very sophisticated place because even though it's been kept pristine as a colonial town, the level of art and culture here is extraordinary. If you haven't been to, please make it a point to come. It's quite a place. This is the main square with the church, and this is where people hang out, as they tend to do in these towns. So you might be wondering, why are we here? Well, we've been very fortunate to have the result of the search we did together around the UK, to have the 4 art pieces being shown at Core, which is the design house in San Miguel. So very, very grateful for that. So I'm going to show you the pieces now. They ended up being light boxes, 2.5 meters by 1.5 meter. Yes, they ended up being black and white. Yes, they ended up having the text, the entire text of the quest for the Holy Grail in original French from the 13th century. You're gonna see the image is what looks like print lines. It's actually text, but it's not obvious from afar. And the sentence where the knights enter the forest where it's darkest and densest is highlighted. So that's the intention of that piece. I'm very happy with the results. Fortunately, collectors already started purchasing them. It's a limited edition of 10 only. There's 4 different entrances to the forest so that the collectors choose their own entry, which is fantastic. I ended up making them in Spain, and then printing so the frames are made in Spain and the prints are UV coated. So the quality is fantastic, and I'm very happy with the result, and I'm very happy to share it with you. While we get to it, it's another couple of more minute walk. Bit of news: Raconteurs, my gallery in Polanco, is being refurbished. We're renovating it. I ended up doing Enter the Dark Forest experiences around these art pieces. I had a 3-meter diameter round medieval table and invited people for dinner to talk about these pieces. And the reason is because it's such a conceptual art piece that it's not the same to just look at it than to go through an experience where we share our ideas around myths, the importance of how myths shape our psyche, how we live in myths and inhabit myths in our lives, the importance of words not just as descriptive elements but as creative elements. So we go through all of that in the dinner experience, and then we talk about the Holy Grail as a symbol of our unique self, of who we truly are, the process of individuation, and how the European psyche developed the idea of the individual in contrast to, let's say, the Asian myths, which are more about being one with all and being a process and not a fixed individual. So that's happening. Now we're getting ready for the next collection, which is coming soon. I will share with you the process. There was another collection in between this one and the next one that had nothing to do with this mythology, but the next one will. So the Holy Grail Arthurian legends is more of a masculine animus ethos, and the one that I'm preparing now is more of the feminine, the anima ethos. So here we are. We arrived at the design studio. Let me share it with you. Here it is, Core, which is fantastic. let's go in and check out the pieces. Again, this is the premier interior design place in the city. It's quite extraordinary. And here they are. Two are here, and two are here. Check it out. So that's one entrance to the forest. Remember, this is Glastonbury, Carleon, and Winchester. So the collector chooses their own. Here we go. I'm very, very, very satisfied with the result. I'm actually very happy with it, and I hope you are too. And I'm very happy to share the entire process. It's the first time that I do that, share the creative process. Do you remember in this one, where there was a family walking in front of me, catching leaves? If you've saw the videos of the making of process, you see the text? Yep. So they're all made out of text from the first to the last word in Chartin de Chrétien's Enter the Dark Forest. Sorry, The Quest for the Holy Grail poem, which was then later finished by other authors after he died. Enter the Dark Forest is the name of the experience that I gave them for the dinners that I've been hosting at the gallery in Mexico City. Well, this is the big reveal. Very, very cool. Check it out. Luckily, they also have other of my pieces here. This is from the Icelandic meltwater, which looks gorgeous in this space. This one here is the piece inspired by Rodin and Balzac, or Rodin's sculpture of Balzac, and it's the text written on the piece, and you can see the model being lit by the moonlight, as the sculptures were. This is the piece on, you're gonna get a little bit of a tour from this reveal. This is Ophelia, which is Hamlet's girlfriend, and the poem that he writes to her is shield screen on the glass. Doubt that the stars are fire, doubt that the sun doth move, doubt truth to be a liar, for never doubt I love. And Ophelia, of course, is floating with her dress. Yeah, very, very nice. I got some clients here. Sorry. This is a very sculptural Lightbox, also a beautiful part of my collection on human form. Another one of the triptychs from the glacial meltwater. This is 2 meters by 1.5 meters. You gotta really stand in front of it to appreciate it. Here we have another polyptych, which is very beautiful, small little boxes. Yeah. Here we have another polyptych. This one is actually made out of 12, but here we only put 6. It's another part of the collection on human form, which actually is the one that is coming out next month, a new one. This is the third part of the triptych of the Icelandic meltwater. Again, this is really, really large format pieces. Amazing, huh? And finally, we have the Oponopono. I am sorry, please forgive me Thank You, I Love You, where the woman is anthropomorphizing nature through the four elements. The first one is earth with the flower, second one is water with the shower, third one is the fire with the sparkling thing, and the fourth one is air, kind of playing in bed. And it's a piece that is inspired by the Hawaiian tradition, Ho'oponopono, which means to reconcile, to bring back to the origin, as they did back then when they had a conflict in the tribe. They recognized everybody's connected. It's not a conflict between them, it's a conflict that could separate us all. So they would all sit in a circle and be part of the reconciliation. So this is a piece about our relationship to nature and how if we frame it in our emotional frame of reference as a relationship that we need to take care of, and it's not about driving hybrid cars, but about healing inside so that we can heal our relationship to Earth, to the planet, to nature, because there is no inside or outside. But that's a whole different story. Anyway, this is the space, and that's the artwork. And I'm very happy that we went through this journey together. Thank you for following along and for taking an interest in my work. I love doing these videos so that I can share more of the creative process and all the work that is behind it and all the frustration to find the aesthetic or the right vehicle to tell the story, because in the end, it's all about that. It's about finding the way to materialize an idea that is done, crafted in such high quality way that it's worth hanging on your wall, so that it can then help you live with that story. In the end, that's why I named the gallery Raconteurs, the master storytellers, because what I sell is not art itself, I sell the story. That's what I want to share. You buy the story from me and I'll give you the artwork for free. Thank you for joining me in the process. It's been a delight to share this with you. Ciao.